give you the step in the codes. Now, this second session, we will be talking about uh, interacting dApps or smart contracts with the front-end web applications. So, if for that purpose, I'll just open up a Word file and I'll keep writing into that. Okay, so creating, I hope the screen is visible to all. Creating
Yes, sir.
a dApp and integrating integrating with smart contract. Actually, it should not be written separately. Integrating with smart contract, dApp will have to integrate with smart contract. So you basically will be requiring the tools or the knowledge of uh, React.js or any other JavaScript languages. Basically, I'll try to write over here HTML, CSS, and React. Like the application that I have taken is using React.js, but for that purpose, any other JavaScript language in which you are able to develop your web application. Any other script language or what you call that uh, uh, full stack development tool. Okay, so any full stack development tool you will be requiring. Then you will be requiring ether.js. This is the location from this is containing the library from where we will be obtaining and exchanging the ethers. You require web3.js. This is the most important library that contains that acts as the intermediate layer between the smart contract and the front end. So your front end is written in a particular language. It is trying to capture the data from the user and to pass on all the components of the web page. How to access the components of a web page? There is an entire library. We probably will be using web3.ethereum. This is the library we will be using to a very greater extent. This library is responsible for linking with MetaMask account, and if the MetaMask account is working, passing the details of the from the MetaMask account to the Solidity code and taking the details from the Solidity code to the MetaMask and the other things. Okay, so for that purpose, we will be requiring Web 3.j, and you can have tools like I'm using Remix right now. You can use Remix, Truffle, Hardhat, Ganak. So it's a normal development. Only a small integration part is there, simple, that I'll try to explain you as I'm getting some dependency errors since night. So Ganache, these are all regular tools for the development of smart contracts. Okay, so I'll try to show you on Remix because it is quite faster and simpler and all those things. And once you have done, then in the local host we will be trying to run the environment. Yeah, and for development of your web application, I am trying to use Visual Code. So in Visual Code, the entire integration of the project will be done, and we will be trying to do the things. Now, just the problem statement that I have taken here is It is from one of the very good coder. It is a small chai or tea selling app. Okay, not exactly selling, but it's a chai app uh, where users can send messages and donate for cryptocurrency. Donate crypto. It will be in cryptocurrency only. Okay, so it's a small app, but the only intention over here is to show you that how the smart contract which is written is going to be integrated with the front end. Okay, now the front end, we will not be discussing too much into the React JS portion of the front end, only the core portion where the smart contract integration statements are written, that I will try to explain. All right. So for this purpose, I'll give you later on the git link of the person whose project I have taken and which I am trying to use over here, so that you can later on access the complete this thing. So I will go to the remix first. So we will first have the smart contract prepared. So process or the steps, you can say steps. So the step one is to prepare the smart contracts, and to prepare the smart contracts we will be using Solidity over here in remix environment. You can use Solidity programming and write the program wherever you are comfortable with writing the smart contracts, which will be named as chai.sol. Okay, so for that purpose, let us start with in order to purchase the chai, we will be using the cryptocurrencies and do the things. So let us start with the remix. So we have started with remix.ethereum.org. You'll have to start with remix.ethereum.org. I'll do a fresh one over here. Wait. I'll do a fresh one over here. Okay, and leave this and start with a fresh one. And so you will do remix.ethereum.org. This is going to open the Remix IDE. Remix IDE is a very popular IDE and has a lot of integration with MetaMask and other things. And we can use this for the development of smart contracts. Okay. Now I'm going to contracts, and I'll be creating one file over here. So a new file is created here, which is called as chai.sol. The extension for a Solidity file is SOL. Okay. So we will quickly, I'll just copy and then I'll explain you the program. So the entire program we start with is, so initially we are specifying the license, which is a mandatory line. So we have to specify the license that our smart contract will be following, followed by the version number of the Solidity program, whose syntax we are trying to use over here. So it is trying to say that we are working on 0.59, but any version below 0.9 can be used. So this pragma directive is specifying which version of Solidity we are working on. Now our entire contract, so our contract starts by writing. Now this is what is our contract. Okay. In this contract, in order to save the messages, that we will be receiving the messages, there is a structure that is created. The structure uses the structure's name is memo. Memo is nothing but a small it's the name of the structure which is going to save all the messages that we are going to receive from other people. So anyone who is trying to, or we are trying to send the messages, that person can try those messages that we are receiving from them, we can try to add it over there. Okay, so once we get the payment, we can write a message, we can message that person, or we can do something with that thing. So we have the name over here. Okay, the name of the person, then the message that the person is trying to send to us, then the timestamp on which the message was created, and who is the person who has sent us the message. So there will be some person who will be accessing our web application. When he is accessing the web application, he will be logging into his account. Once he has logged into the account, our program will try to read his address. Okay, because we will be working in the DApp environment, and we will be requiring a valet account for that. We will be making it shortly. All right. So this from means who is the person who is trying to send message. Now we are writing this contract with perspective to us. Think it from that perspective. This contract is nothing but the person. We are the person. We are the owner of the contract. This contract is representing ourselves. Okay. So here we are creating a structure for storing the messages which other people are sending to us. Okay. So whoever will send us a message, those messages will be stored in the link, in the IPFS. Okay, in a decentralized format. So the structure for that is the name of the person who is sending us the message. I will probably try to do control. Is it readable now? ठीक है. Sorry. So the first thing is we are creating the data structure where our messages will be stored, and then we are trying to create an array. So there will be multiple messages coming. So each message that is coming is stored as a structure format, and all the messages together are stored in the array of memos. Okay. Then address payable owner. Now this is because we are to receive the money. So if we have to receive the money, we declare it by the name, by the construct or the keyword called as payable. Okay. So our contract address will be treated as address to which the money will be received by the person who is sending. So there will be some person who will be logging into his web application, sending us the money, and our smart contract is going to receive that money. Okay, so we are trying to declare over here that we are the money. So when we will be deploying this code, at the point of time of deploying, this MS sender will be our contract address, and it will make our smart contract as accepting the money. Okay, that is what is the condition here. Then we have to purchase the tea. Okay, so we are writing a contract to purchase the tea, in which we are writing the name of the person, we are writing his message, whoever is the person who wants to write any message while he is trying to do the things, and we are trying to say that whenever he is trying to pay us, he is not trying to pay us any zero value. So this condition is basically checking that ms dot value should be greater than 0. So the requirement of the entire smart contract is that the person who is entering the money should not enter a value 0. Okay, it should be, or anything less than 0. It should be some value greater than 0. Then this is kind of a donation, so we are trying to check from that perspective. If by any chance the value entered is less than 0, then the following error message will be shown to the user, that is, please pay greater than 0 ethers. Okay, and then a transfer function will be called, whereby the money will be getting, there will be a transfer. This transfer function is going to generate a transaction saying that from X person's money to the owner's account, please transfer the money, this much money. Okay, and whatever name and message, that person has sent, so that name, using that name, message, and the timestamp, a memo will be, so since we are using array over here, memos ka array, so we will be using the push operation to push value into the memos. That is a memo array we are pushing, and we have created the structure with 4 values, that is name, message, timestamp, and from. So we have taken the name from the parameter, we have taken the message from the parameter, we have taken block.timestamp. Block.timestamp will return the correct, the current timestamp at which this particular message was, this particular function was called. So when was block dot timestamp called? So that was the time when the entire smart contract was running. Okay, so the current timestamp will be captured by the uh, keyword block dot timestamp. Okay, and this is the sender's address. So that address will be captured by the smart contract. What these things? So we have made it public so that it can be accessed outside the smart contract also. There will be other entities who will be accessing the smart contract, and we have made it payable because we want to use the transfer function. So if you are making, unless and until you make it payable, you won't be able to use transfer function. Okay, and towards the end, a small function has been added which will return all the messages that are there in the smart contract. So this is a very small smart contract, just considering one. There will be 2 fields to enter the 3 fields to enter the name, to enter the message, to enter the amount, and then to send. The moment you will send it, the amount will be added to our address, and the necessary uh, messages will be added to the memo. But these things, just to show you how this smart contract works, uh, we will first deploy it. This is just a local test blockchain of Remix on which we are trying to deploy. 1 minute, I'll have to do minus, sorry, and we will go into, so that is our we will go into the deploy and run transactions. You will see that there is a deploy machine over here, and you will see we are working on Remix virtual machine right now. Later on, we will be taking this code. We just want to see whether these functions are working properly or not. Okay, so for that purpose, there is a deploy, but the deploy button. So there are a lot of accounts. You can take any account. Each account has the money. Where is the deployed button? Yeah. So once you have compiled the program, you will see the deploy button. We will deploy this. Now this is the owner. This owner is deploying this. So he is the owner. In his account, he will be getting the necessary things. So once you deploy it, you will see that the smart contract is deployed on this address. Okay, so when you will click here, you will see that there are 2 functions. There is a buy chai function and there is a get memos function. So the 2 functions have come over here. Now if you want to enter some values, let us say that my name is Karan and I am trying to send a message. Tea is tasty. Okay, and we want to make this transaction. Okay, so you will see that in the terminal. Okay, 1 minute. Huh? Even I will have to refresh it again. I There is some pending issue, so that creation of that pending is done. It is taking time for that thing. You can see here that it is still pending, so the transaction on the blockchain is not completed, so it cannot take those things. Let me refresh it and add it properly. The contracts to this, go to deploy, and then transactions, and then you will be deploying it. Okay. Once you have deployed, you can check for the deployed contracts may the deployment program. Then you can put the inputs. Let me again put the input and check. Should actually work. Okay, good. I am trying to do it on the same account. So let me take another account and then do this. Is not updating the records properly actually. Either my net is slow or the some things are slower on the remix. Get memos is working, but other part is not working. Let's see. Okay. You have to one address from here. Put it into for data. Then do the transaction. Okay. Okay. So you will see that since the value is not added, it is saying please pay greater. Okay. So a value of 0 was added. That value of 0 will come from that side. Okay. So you will see that the program is working properly because it is going to buy chai contract and it is trying to check for this value. This value we have not added as a parameter over here. So since we are not taking that value as a parameter, it is trying to do. Or if you want, you can put here u in 256 space memory space AMT. Okay, and then instead of AMT, you will write value. Okay. So that you will be getting from the program. Okay, so this is the smart contract that we have defined. We saw it on the local testnet. It is working over here. Okay, so after you have created the smart contracts, okay, then the next step will be so similarly, 2 smart contracts, 3 smart contracts, depending on the application, we can create the smart contracts. Then step number 2 will be to initialize the web application. Initialize the web application. Now I am using the IDE, Visual Studio IDE. Okay, in IDE. Okay, so I'm using Visual Studio, and in the Visual Studio, I have just copied down, but otherwise you will have to use the npm or the Vite or other techniques to install the React.js libraries to create a folder for the project. First is we create the folder for the project. So uh, new project has been created, and in the new project, in the terminal we can use the npm node.js libraries to create the entire structure of the folder. Now the important thing over here is that it has 3 folders. This is a client folder. Okay, now the client folder will have all the necessary uh, web pages that will be that the user will be interacting with. Okay, so in our case there will be one page. So for that one page we have index.js and the corresponding css library for that. Okay, that is one of the page. If you have multiple pages, then for each page there will be one js file created and one css file will be created. That is the client portion. So our web application pages will be stored in the client portion. So we will be having 3 important directories over here. Okay, one is the client directory, another is the contract directory, and third is the scripts directory. Now scripts is actually not required to a greater extent if you are not using any JavaScript folders or something like that. But the 2 important ones are client and contract. The client contains all web pages and an important file called app.js. This app.js is the most important file that creates a link between the smart contracts and the clients. Okay, and all our smart contracts will be available in the contract folders. Okay, na? So all smart contracts will be available in the contract folder, and all the client will be available in the client folder. Now, what we'll have to do is, if you are using npm, then we can create the contract folder, and we can, in the contract folder, we can do npm hard hat you can use to install the, or truffle commands can be used, or hard hat command can be used. So when you will go to the contract, you will see that it has the things. So what we basically try to do here is, uh, in the project folder, I'll try to see if it works. Actually, my hard hat is giving me some dependency error. So when I try to run hard hat, it tries to give me, wait one, try to see a new folder. Folder now. Mhm. New project is there. This is the reason I was trying to take a new machine, but I could not sit and do that. I should have seen a bit earlier. New project selected. Okay, let me see if it is there. So you have a new project, and you go to terminal. You should have Node.js installed. Okay. Once your Node.js is installed, you have to do npm install hard hat. Okay. You will use this command, and this command ideally should install the libraries of the hard hat. And once it is doing that, it all the necessary libraries will come here. You'll see that shortly a lot of files will come over here. Okay, but in my case, some dependency errors are coming. So when I try to initialize the hard hat blockchain, it gives some dependency errors. Okay, so that is one of the issues that is coming. So once you have the, not supported, na? This module is not supported. It is coming. It leaks memory. It will do something. It will create, say, node modules have been created. It will do the things, but later on, when we try to compile the code and when we try to go ahead with the things, it does not start properly. Like when I try to start the blockchain, it gives me some error. Not while developing the things, but while executing the things, it tries to give me the error. But you will have to install the hard hat, and once you have installed the hard hat, you will come back and you will say npx hard hat. So you'll see that there are some packages coming up, and you will be creating a contract folder here. You will be creating a client folder here. We'll be creating one contract folder here, and we'll be creating one client folder over here. Not under contract, sorry. And client folder here. And then we will do the installations over here. So when you will do npx install compile, okay. So you'll say that it is giving me you are not inside a hard hat project, because that installation has not been done here properly. Okay, so This hard hat is not installed properly. If it installs properly, now it gives the things properly. Then we can run and do the things. Anyways, so what we will do is we will inside the smart contracts, we will again be creating chai.sol and we will be copying the code from remix. So we brought the code after developing the smart contract. We brought the smart contract from the development environment and now we will be placing it inside the app project where we are now having. So the entire thing will be placed and you will be saving it. Then you'll be going to client, and inside the client you will be installing the React.js. So you'll be doing cd client and npm install and while doing this, you simply try to see that in your browser, see that let me see if I can do init. Actually, this portion is not working, otherwise I would have shown you that thing. In the browser, you will have to, once you have done the contract properly over here, before we start with working with the contract, in the browser, you will have to verify that we install hard hat in the project folder. So all the dependencies with respect to the hard hat blockchain and the initialization of the hard hat blockchain will be done, okay, in the project folder. So you first install hardx using npx install hard hat, okay, and then you will say npm npx hard hat compile. Okay, this will compile the contract folder, the contract folder. Okay, and in the once this compilation is done, it will create a final.deploy in the script folder. So if you will see my other this thing, ये तो मेरा ये वाला पैकेज है, फाइल ओपन फोल्डर chart. If you will see that once you compile, after the compile in the script folder, a deploy final deploy.js will come. So this is related to what is called as chai. Can you see here? It's a chai. This chai is available in contract. So we have written over here a function called as chai, which is using the contract factory, and in the contract we have written chai deploy.js. Okay, so the address of the contract will be coming over here after like we will be using the command npm start. So when we will be using npm start, the blockchain will be starting in the code, and the deployment of this entire project will be done at that point of time. A contract address will be coming and getting assigned over here. So this is what is the function. Okay, now this is coming automatically. We have not written this, all comes under hard hat. When you will compile, you will get all these things automatically. You do not have to touch anything over here. Please don't touch this. We have not written. This is the program coming through the hard hat program. So the deployment code and all those things. So we simply have installed hard hat. When you install hard hat, all these packages, hard hat, config.js, deploy, final deploy, all these packages, they come when you do compile and all those things. These packages will come automatically. We simply have to copy the contract folder over here. This is our program. Okay, this we have written. We have to simply copy this, and after we have copied the contract folder, we will be compiling the contract folder. Then we will be creating the then we will be installing the MetaMask. Confirm that the MetaMask is installed in your browser. So you can go to the MetaMask website and add the MetaMask as an extension to the Chrome browser. Clear to everyone? So, and create an account in the MetaMask. There should be an account created in the MetaMask. If you are doing it for the first time, then when you install the MetaMask, it will ask you for creating an account. And when you click on that button, it will ask you for your password and other details, and it will provide you with a security code. You have to save that security code if you want in future to revoke, not revoke, to regain your account status. If you forget the password and you want to change the password or do any account related operations, it will ask you for that security code. Okay, so that usually are 12 words or something in a particular order it tries to give. So those secret codes has to be saved somewhere properly with you. So this is my account here. Okay, and if we connect, we can go to our account. So it is connecting the MetaMask here. So you will see that there are a lot of networks that are available. Ethereum mainnet, don't go to the Ethereum mainnet, but we have created other. We can click on the add account and we can create an account for Polygon testnet. So the details for creating the account for Polygon testnets are this. Okay, so this is the data. This data you will get on the polygon.technology page also. If you will search over there, adding Polygon testnet, then it will give you these details. So these are the details for adding any testnet or any network to our MetaMask. Okay, so this you will create on add, and in the add network, I have already created, so I'm not doing it two times. So below there is add network manually. We can go to the add network manually and we can provide all these details. These details we can take from the Polygon. There are two things. There is Matic also. There is Polygon. Polygon ka mainnet is also there. Polygon ka testnet. So that list comes on the Polygon website. From there, there are a lot of other websites which are integrately providing details on how to add Polygon to the MetaMask. Okay, they all will give you the same details what is available on the Polygon website. Simply put all the details over here and click on save. You will get the Polygon ka network, and you will have to select this Polygon network, log into your account and select this Polygon network. So once the MetaMask is installed, then we will come back to creating the web page. Okay, so we will be doing is setting the web. In our case, we will be using the React environment to create the web application. Okay, to create the web application. So for that, we will be creating a client folder, and in the client folder, we will be running what is called as the React.js installation. Once you run the React.js installation, these packages, git, ignore, public, SRC, these components, all the things will come to you. This report web, index.js, everything will come to you, and then you will be modifying them. So you'll be going to the React.js, to the index.js, and all these codes will directly come. When you will install the React environment, they all will come directly to you. Okay, everything will, you will see that they are directly coming to you. Now you will see that in the app, this is the most important file. Now you will see we will be creating one index.css file and one index.js file. This is what is the main thing. Okay, so this is going to use the app from the app.js folder, and it is going to simply run. So you can see this tag over here, it's written app. It is going to call this app.js. Okay, so in this app.js, we have our necessary program. Okay, so you will see that below is the code for the front end. So here, this is the code for the front end, all the styles, returns, and all those things. Okay, so this code is written in React.js, which is trying to create a division tag inside the web page, and it is trying to use the CSS commands over there to decorate the tab page. Then it is trying to create a container over there, and in the container it is trying to have one tag for buy. This is for the buy function, and this is for the memos function. Okay, so corresponding to the when we want to add something, so we will be using the div containers, and where is this buy and memo tag related to? We will go up. Now we will be associating the buy tag with what? With a state. Okay, so what is this state? This state is going to provide three things. Okay, now here is our buy. Okay, so the state is going to provide three things. In the buy, we are calling the state, and the state is going to capture our account. So the signer is there, our contract ABI, which is a very important thing. You do not create the ABI. ABI is internally created. You simply have to go and take the ABI from the remix, okay, and simply copy the refer to the ABI, and then provide the provider tag. Okay, so this is the contract address. Once in the hard hat, in the remix, sorry, in the hard hat, when you will try to install, as I told you, when you will start the hard hat, it will give you the contract address where the deployment is done. That contract address you will be copying and pasting in the contract address, and it will also give you a ABI folder over there in the Visual Studio. Okay, and that ABI folder you will be taking and then providing it over here. Okay, so you will see that is available over there. Okay, in the contract folder. So you will be copying the entire ABI file. Okay, over here API.API, and then you are trying to tell him that initially, now this is what is happening is our program is going to come to index.js. From index.js, our program is going to go to app.js. Inside app.js, our program is going to this first. First, it is going to come here. It is going to do this much portion. Okay, and then it is going to come over here. Okay, when it comes over here, it encounters that it needs a state. Okay, to get this state, it will go up and it will initialize this app function. Okay, this app function will automatically be initialized, and these programs will be executed. And as these programs will be executed, the value for the now, as this program is getting executed, now this is done right in the initial, when the first page is getting opened, it is trying to do these things. So what it is trying to do here is, it is trying to read the contract ABI to get the details of the contract. It is trying to save the contract address, and then it is trying to find out whether there is a Ethereum installed. Now, what is this Ethereum over here? This says that whether there is a MetaMask installed in the given window or not. Now, the window refers to the browser window. The window refers to the browser window. And when we are trying to find out Ethereum over there, so it is trying to find out Ethereum means it is trying to find out MetaMask. It is trying to look for MetaMask over there. And if it is able to find the MetaMask, this Ethereum will contain the link to the MetaMask. So it will be not false over there, it will be true over there. Okay. Now, if it finds an instance of MetaMask, this if condition will become true, and we are populating all the accounts that are available in the MetaMask over here. So this request ETH underscore request account. This is trying to capture all the accounts over there. So if you will see this, all there are multiple accounts in, you will drop down, you will see that there is one account. Now, if there are more accounts, if we keep on adding these accounts, so it will take those accounts. So currently there is one account. So this account details will be retrieved over there. So our program will receive one account details. Got these things? Okay. And then it is going to reload the web page by displaying the necessary account informations. So those account informations will then come over here. It will be setting the account with our account. Okay, it will be passing on all the details on into the set state. Okay, if it does not find the MetaMask, if this Ethereum is not finding the MetaMask, then it is going to say please install. So this is the if condition ka else. Okay. And if MetaMask is there, it is going to read our account. With respect to our account, it is going to find out the contract ABI to read the contract details. What are the methods in the contract details? Okay. And all those things. Now for each of the methods, okay. And then you are having the connect value. Connect value means our program, this app.js program is going to get a connection with the MetaMask. Okay, it is going to establish a connection with the MetaMask. So this is what is the app.js doing. After this app.js has done with the things, then we are going to the components to access what is called as buy.js and memos.js. Okay, so what is happening over here is these are the different pages that we are having. So we are having buy.js and memos.js. So you will see that this is the program written for buy.js. So it is creating one div, okay, and inside the div it is creating a table, and inside the table it is asking for the name, and it is asking for the, so this is asking for the name. Okay, and then this is asking for the message below. Below it is asking for message. Then it is adding the timestamp over here, and then it is adding the necessary button. Okay, so we will get the message over here, and then after the message, the next is the address. This is the address. So there are four things. There are four TDs over here, and then the table is getting over. So it is going to create a folder for us. Okay. So when you will execute, when you will try to go live, go live. You will have to execute it properly. So once you execute it, it will open in the browser. You can start and open it in the browser. It is not going to run properly, and it is going to ask you for the messages. The field that the text field will be shown over there. So for that, you will have to have the npm start, because the npm is not starting. Uh, you are not able to see the screen properly over there. Okay, so this is the important thing that you are now writing. That is, in the by, it is going to accept the query, that is the name, the message. This is what is it is taking from the front end. Okay, it is capturing from the front end, and then it is saying contract dot. Okay, this is the place where we are trying. This is the line where we are trying to call the contract. Where we are trying to call the contract. This is the line where whatever value is given by the user, that value is getting converted into ether. So it is trying to use that particular parse ether method to get the amount, and then it is. And once this transaction is successfully executed by the contract, we are saying transaction is done. Okay, so this is what is the buy transaction. And if you want to see all the memos, that is the get memo method. The get memo method is implemented over here in the memos. So in the memos, we are trying to create a table, and inside the table, all the memos will be printed. So it is capturing all the memos over here, whatever messages things are written, and it is trying to add all the memos over here. Contract dot get. So once this get memos is coming, it is creating a table, and it is printing all the details of the different memos by using this table. So this is the table to print all the messages, the code to print all the messages. This is the code to print all the things. So you have started creating. Then step number 5. Step number 5. You will be creating web pages for that is .js and .css file for each web page. Each web page in the component directory in the client directory. In the component directory in the client directory. Okay. And then you have step number 6. Okay. Initialize the blockchain. Initialize the project. This will open a localhost connection, and will display the web pages. Now, when the web pages are displayed, the first thing you have to do is set up, connect to your MetaMask. Yeah, connect to your MetaMask, and then interact with all the pages. So the moment you will connect to your MetaMask, now this is necessary because whoever will be using the site address to open, once he will be opening the address. Now in our case, we are trying to open the address, so we are trying to show accordingly. But once the application will be deployed on the server, whoever will be using the server address to open our web application, he will have to first connect to the MetaMask account. And after connecting to the MetaMask account, he will be providing the details, the money, the message, the name and everything. And he will be saying buy chai button. And when he will be clicking the buy chai button, he will be, that smart contract will be executing, taking all the data, putting the data into the IPFS and coming back. If that person is not connected to the MetaMask, then it will show you an error. Please connect to the MetaMask. That is available in the contract. Okay, so it will go to the contract and it will say ki this person is not having account. So it is going to say please connect to the MetaMask. एक मिनट, तो JSON है. Okay, there गया SOL here SOL. So here it is going to app.jss app.jss में it is, if you are not connecting to the MetaMask, it is going to come over here and it is going to print you a message saying that please connect to somewhere. We have written here only na app.js में था somewhere. Okay, here please install MetaMask. Okay, and even though MetaMask is installed but you have not connected to the MetaMask, then it is going to say check the things over here. So it is going to check whether the account has been connected or not, and if it is connected, it will display the account is connected. If it is not connected, it will not work over there. Disconnect value will not work. Disconnect value is what is connecting the account. Okay, so it will connect the account, otherwise it will not connect to the account. After that, this pages will be displayed, and once these pages are displayed, the values can be entered into the pages, and when the button is clicked over there, we will see here, it is written over here in the div tag form control में submit on submit है, on submit form tag में there is on submit and you are calling buy chai, and the buy chai function is written here. This is buy chai function. This is the buy chai. So when we click on the button, the form on submit will call the buy chai button and it will do all the necessary transactions after interacting with the. So this is the small part that is controlling the or talking or interacting between the smart contract. This part is the JavaScript part, the front end part, and that is the smart contract part. So everywhere you will see that there are two components. This is the front end part. This above one is the back end part. Okay. Similarly, you will see here, this much is the front end part, back end part, and this is the front end part. So the back end part is only to, you are writing a small function. This function is trying to call the function from the smart contract. So here is the call to the function. Contract.get memos, contract.buy, contract.something, contract.this. Okay, and to establish the contract in the app.js, all the entire contract state has been initialized over here. The entire contract set. So you have the ABI, you have the ethers, you have the images, you have the SOL, everything is there. So this portion will initialize our contract. It will initialize our contract till here. This will initialize our contract. So the app.jss is very important. It will initialize our contract and it will read the structure of the contract. Okay, so these three files are there: app.js, buy.js, memo.js, and you have in the contracts folder chai. Once you will now, and all these separate things will automatically be, once you will be giving the commands to run the React file and all those things, and the hardhead blockchain file will be deploying all these folders, and in the output we will be getting the necessary output. I'm actually I'm getting this npm error. I tried it with another thing yesterday, but I could have shown you the things, but that is how the things are working. You can get the entire working product. I saw this application, and it was a very small application. There were 2 3 applications more, but that were very big applications. So you can get this from the GitHub link. I'll give you the GitHub link of that person. This project you can get from https github.com/Kshitij. He is a very nice programmer official. Okay, this is the website from where I got this complete thing. And let me see if I can show you over here. This is the account that is available. Yeah, it is official. So this is the application I took. This is the person who has made this application, and he has very nicely created the things. I took the entire program to show you, to explain you from here. Okay, and let us see if it is. So full GitHub download has to be done. So this is the account. Don't worry about directly running it. This is the account from where you can get the complete working solution. You can download it, and the instructions I have given you below. You can accordingly go and do the things. These are the instructions. So npm install I landed up doing some mess at this place. Okay, so that environment variable could not stand properly. Okay, and second thing is another important thing when you are trying to connect to your MetaMask here before the applications. Here you will have to install MetaMask, create account, and add Polygon network to MetaMask. Okay, so you can break these steps further. You install MetaMask over there, create an account, add Polygon network. I gave you the add network. Through add network, you can go and add it. Okay, and use test nets like Sepolia or Gioroli or Mumbai testnet, okay, to transfer ETH to your new account. So initially, when you will be creating the account will not be having the money, and you will be requiring gas prices to do the transactions. So you can use these test nets to get the necessary tokens, small amount of tokens, and then do the necessary work ahead. So this is the entire set of steps for integrating the dev app. Yeah, I agree that I could not show you the working conditions. When I was trying to do that, npm ने कुछ तो भी directory delete कर दिया और मेरा पूरा loss हुआ उसमें. So this, when I tried creating this, this was not trying to create the hard hat. So because it was not trying to create the hard hat, it was not trying to work properly. Okay, उसने मेरा कुछ तो भी एक npm का फाइल डिलीट कर दिया है. उसके बाद से वो install and init and all those things have stopped working. But this is the step that you will be creating, and you will be getting the necessary program. Okay, complete program over there. It's a nice application. You can go through that application very nicely. Yeah. Sorry. Okay. Got these things. So I'll share this folder, this thing to you. It has the, I'll add the details of the Polygon testnet also. I'll add the details of the Polygon testnet also into this. Here only I will add the details of the Polygon testnet. Okay, these are the details of the Polygon testnet. We'll have to provide this detail and it will work for them. Okay, so these are the details of the Polygon testnet. So if you go through these steps, these are the steps that you will have to follow to create a small DApp application, which will be using the IPFS to go through the things. So put on the desktop, DApp project. Okay, and in the chat, you will get it here. Where can we upload a file? Is there a method to upload a file here? Wait, how? Okay, I'll send this file to ma'am. Yes, yes, Dinesh sir.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Dinesh sir wanted to say something. Okay. This steps, and if you want the zip file also, I can give the zip file, but I've given you the link. I'll attach the link. I'll attach the link in this only. It's from the GitHub. I'll attach that link over here. You can take the link from this file, but I've given you all the steps. Those are the steps that are commonly performed for the entire thing. So this is the final set of steps. You have to go through these steps. Each of these steps, if you will follow properly, you will be going to the things. The only thing is you have to just again go through the details of the smart contracts to just understand this portion. Once you go through the depth of the solidity, where is the SRC components? This small portion, इसके लिए थोड़ा सा we will have to go through the solidity program. Okay, so JavaScript and Solidity both you need to understand so that you will come to know exactly how we are trying to declare the name, how we are trying to. So this is trying to take all the values from the front end, okay, and then going to call the things. That is what is the exact thing. Nothing more. So no other changes. These all comes. This is the front end portion. Those who are designing web applications, they can easily understand all these codes, whatever is given over here. Okay, all these codes can be understood by them. So that was probably the things that are available. I'll share all the other things to madam. So anything you else want to know? Now, since in the like this is the smart contract for just transferring a money and storing a message, we can even design those who have got experience in designing ERC20 smart contract code can also design ERC20 smart contract code. The steps will remain the same. Only the code, Solidity code will be added into the contract folder, and its link will be updated into the app.js folder. Clear to everyone? Okay. So on whatever you want to make a ERC currency, then create the contract for that, copy that contract into the Visual Studio folder in the contract directory, and upload and reinstall the blockchain again, reinstall the project again after updating app.js file. So every time you are making changes to the contract subfolder, you have to make changes to the app.js file. And after making changes to the app.js file, you will come. So please understand that these two are the important folders in your project. These two, client and contract. You have to just remember this. In every project, you'll have to create a client and a contract. Yes, someone is saying something.
Sir, slides are, screen is not visible.
Oh. I'm really sorry. So in every dApp project, most of the dApp projects that you will be going through, please understand that a client and a contract, these are the two important folders that you always have to create. And understand that whatever smart contracts, now you want to make another smart contract, create one more smart contract. Once you have created the smart contract in Remix or Truffle, from there, simply copy the entire smart contract by creating one more file over here. Whenever you will be creating one more smart contract over here, you will have to simply go to JS, app.js, and update the details of those smart contracts on the top here. In the app function, you'll have to set that state to the new contract. Okay, that is the thing that you have to do every time. Bus. And this is for the contracts. And whenever you are trying to add any web page, that corresponding web page will come in the components folder in the Smart. So you will see that whenever you will deploy, this JSON file is automatically created. This you are not creating. We are not creating this file. This is the automatically added file that is coming after compilation of the program. Okay, so do not touch this contract file. There is one contract file outside. There is one contract file outside here. Okay, so you only have to write the file here, and when you will be deploying the file, this JSON file will automatically be coming. Don't worry about this JSON file. Okay, and don't touch this JSON file. This JSON file is internally built. Okay, so we only have to take care of components, that is these files, app.js. Okay, many a times you will see that people do not add files into components, they directly add to the source files. But then it is just a cleaner way of writing the things. Okay, so again I am repeating, client and contract, two are the important things. Script is automatically created whenever we have that command called npm run scripts, and we give the path name for the deploy script. So when we run that, the npm will run the entire contracts. Okay, so this structure you have to remember, client and contract. Most of the applications you open and see, you will get the same two folders. And you will be making the contract separately, copying the developed contract over here, making the JS file separately, adding the JS files into the client source folders, and then updating the app.js folders to do the things. So the only thing that you will, I'm again the only thing that is going to change between the two is this small program. This small program. This is added extra, bus. This 10 lines are added extra. This was not added before. Matlab if we remove these lines, this will become a normal web application. Okay, so this is the extra part that has been added in all, and this in all pages which will be interacting with the smart contract. These kind of functions you will find over there, everywhere, one function. So if you will see memos, you have one function over there. So this is, sorry, this is the small, this much. This much is for interacting with the code. For the things, rest everything is front end. That is a normal web application that you are developing. All those things will be there. So these are all syntaxes of the React.js. Nothing here. Everything is here. This is the small function that is added to convert our web application to the DApp application. Correspondingly, in future, when you are adding more pages, more JS files will be added. As per the requirement, there will be a small code added on the top to interact with the codes. This is the crux. Any more thing if you would like to go through? Hello, ma'am.
Yes, sir. Sir, do you have any running application?
Ma'am, this is actually a running application only. In on my machine, that hard hat ka ek dependency link has gone. It's a complete running application. You simply try to run this as a normal web application. Start it on the local host and run it. This is a complete application. None or not even a single line is having a mistake. This is not my program. I gave you the link also from where I have taken it. The only thing is कि मेरा हार्ड हैट का कल रात को ही हो गया. मैं सुबह से एक्चुअली वही कर रहा था कि उसको रीइंस्टॉल भी करके देख रहा था मैं. अभी मेरे को npm node.js को अनइंस्टॉल करना पड़ेगा और फिर वापस इंस्टॉल करके देखता हूँ उसका डिपेंडेंसी वो देगा क्या मेरे को. वो एक चीज है. बट दिस इज द कंप्लीट प्रोग्राम. इट्स अ वर्केबल प्रोग्राम. ठीक है. You want, I can give you the zip file which is downloaded of this program.
Okay, sir.
I'll give you the complete zip file. I'll give you the steps. Everything I'll pass on to you.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Chalo. Thanks everyone.
Sir, wait, just a second.
हाँ.
Participant, anybody has any question? Sir,
No.
can you be in the meeting so that we can finish
हाँ.
our
Yes.
validity function? We just need to conclude out the session.
Yeah.
Just to 5 minutes, we need to set up out and then we
Sure.
start.
Aram se.
Okay. So all the participants, please stay in the meeting. We'll just shortly start with the validatory functions.
So, good afternoon, all. I, Mrs. Dr. Roshni Vinod Bhaskarwar, would like to thank you all for participating in this IST approved 5 days online faculty development program on blockchain technology, innovations and applications. So finally, we are on the end of the session today. And I really thank all the participants for joining and patiently taking all the sessions. We had really very informative and good speakers with us. So I kindly thank, first of all, our management for letting us uh, uh, conduct this 5 days online program. I would like to thank Dr. Subir Kumar Banerjee, our founder member, Srimati Shubhra Banerjee, our founder member, Mrs. Gauri Bhattacharya, President, NYSS DMC, Dr. Rituparna Banerjee, Secretary NYSS, and Mr. Srijit Bhattacharya, Treasurer NYSS, for giving us chance to conduct this FDP. I thank our principal, sir, Mr. Prasad Dode, sir, and all the HODs of the departments for letting us again to conduct this session. I thank all the administrative staff, especially Priyanka ma'am, for again sponsoring this session. I would like to thank all teaching and non-teaching staff of the IT department. I thank you all the participants from other colleges, other institutes, and overall, I would say it's a national FDP program only, because we had from all north, south, east, and west, all the participants from all the institutes. I thank everyone for this participating in this session. Thank you from behalf of DMC family. Dear participants, please fill the feedback form, as well as whatever the name you want on the certificates should be added in that link, so that we will share this certificate on your mail with shortly within a week.
Thank you, Chetan sir, for attending and sharing your valuable say
Thank you, Vidya.
sessions with respect to these applications and DApp applications, and along with the hands-on also. Thank you, sir.